Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So in the last video there was quite a big update on the new region, which is the region of Loit, and I showed you all kind of what that looked like. But also I said that we would still be working over here in the main city of Cadwalladerwin for quite a while. And yeah, that's exactly what I did. So I'm wanting to obviously work on this project of continuing Main Avenue. So I want this vibe to like continue through here. And so a few episodes back, I built this, the inn right here, the Vandalia Inn to be exact. And I built this little plaza right here, and all that stuff. And my brother, he built this really nice building here, the adventure shop, and this is the area that I wanted to extend to. So from here on, all this was just like grass and random trees and stuff. And so I wanted to extend this out. So that's exactly what I did. And I put this building in here. And so if you remember in the lore, a couple of episodes back, I talked about how there was a peace treaty and that the Red Flag and the Slayers Guild had embassies. So this is technically Slayers Guild territory, as you can tell by the green, their signature color, but the Red Flag does need an embassy, so that's what I built here. And it's a nice looking building. It's just got like a, kind of my standard like look to a building, but it's got this tower on the side. And I figured that they would probably want something like that in case, there was like a fight that broke out, and so they would need it somewhat defensible. Over here, the Slayers Guild, they didn't exactly have any restrictions on what the building could be, so they made the Red Flag made kind of like a fort almost, which probably the Slayers Guild is not happy about. But so that's the outside of it, and then I kind of worked on this like plaza, continuing the plaza. I put this like little shop here next to Buck's Blacksmith, so this needs updated eventually. This was a really old build, but I just went ahead and put another cart here that's like a mobile area to sell the stuff that's made inside of Buck's Blacksmith. I continued kind of the pathway system out here. It was just like path blocks like that, but I wanted to continue kind of the main avenue structure going through here, and just added some crates and some place to sit, a little place to eat over here. And then there's like these little side roads going back through. And so this doesn't go to anything yet, but eventually I'm going to have buildings and different things going throughout this kind of forest area. And so these like little paths in between the buildings will lead to those. Kind of like a little alleyway, I guess, kind of jutting off the main avenue. And then so it continues all the way over here. This area, I got to update it still. And this is just really where I stop. So main avenue continues all the way up there. But I might switch that up and turn that into a different road and then have Main Avenue continue throughout here over to like the courthouse. I think that would be pretty cool. And makes sense city-wise. But as you can see, there's still quite a few buildings I need to add here. But yeah, I think as far as the exterior, I think this is a nice addition. We've got like a nice wood pile here that looks cool. I just love the little fire blocks. I think that those add a lot. Just makes it look like sticks and logs piled up. We've got the planter boxes and different things up here with flowers. They got a lot of red flowers. And then, yeah, just kind of a change in elevation. You need that every now and then because most of Main Avenue is pretty flat. So we've got a little change in elevation here, and then just like a little cutout for the entrance into the Red Flag Embassy. So I need to put the address on here, but I'm going to update a bunch of the addresses in a future video. So if you walk in, we've got kind of like a waiting room, and the first thing you see, we are a peaceful organization. We really are. See, so it's a peaceful organization when they put that they really are. They want you to make sure, because if you ask, and this sign says, they're like, are you sure you're a peaceful organization? We really are. So that's how you know. So this is a friendly embassy. Whether that's a lie or not, who knows. So we got a couple of the signature red flags. And then it's just a basic kind of waiting room entry area. Just some organization stuff back here, and sort of a lounge right out here in the front. And yeah, this is, the embassy will be used for like peaceful negotiations and different things that's going on in this district of the Slayers Guild, or just an area to dispute any arguments between citizens that are between the two factions. And so if you go back through here, over here is just kind of like another staging room, another waiting area for this room. This is like the meeting room. So this is where all the negotiations will take place. We've got a couple of the red flags here. And so they'll sit at this table, and this is where the treaties are signed and all the different disputes are settled here in this negotiation room. So this is just all normal for an embassy, all of this stuff. But if you go back here, it says do not enter. And so if you remember anything about Cadwalladerwin, the citizens love to obey signs. So, people just won't enter in through here. They will happily wait here. But if you are permitted to enter and you go through here, you come to some things that embassies shouldn't really have. And that is an armory. So we've got like a bunch of weapons here, some armor you can put on in case there was a fight to break out. If you go on up here, you've got a little bit more armor. And you come in here, it's like a study room and all that stuff, all the books and the lore. Back over here, this is a map of the region, so to do strategic things. So where is the building? Yeah, it's right here. This building right here. So it's newly updated map, pretty cool. And you can see kind of the main avenue starting to grow and starting to stretch out through here. So, and it goes all the way through there. So pretty cool kind of look through the map. Yeah, goes from the cathedral all the way right there up through here. And then it goes over to the Mages College, but I'm going to have that be a different road, and then this be the ending of Main Avenue right here. So that will be pretty cool, I think. But this is just kind of like the little study area. And then we have an actual barracks where the troops can sleep at if they were ever walled in here. But through this door is something that no embassy should have. So the red flag, of course, their signature thing is their use of redstone. And we haven't really gotten to that too much in the lore yet, but we will eventually, I promise. But just know, since this is set in the future, way past the lore, that they use redstone a lot. And at some point they realized that if you overload the redstone, it will explode. And so they use this redstone for a lot of different mechanical purposes and scientific purposes, but this is only for, I guess, devious means. So if you press all of these down, let's just pretend that we're going to do it. Yeah, if you press all of those down, it will overload this redstone and it will blow up. And don't ask me how they found out that this happens. Maybe we'll get to that in some point, how they figured out that if they overload the redstone that it'll blow up, but just know that it does. So you can imagine right here in the center of Slayers Guild, they would not want a giant explosive device. So that is very secretive. So let's go on up here to the top. And this is like their lookout above the tower where they can look over the Slayers Guild area. So you can imagine if that explosive device were to go off, that it would just level this whole entire area. Would not be a good thing. So it's good that the Slayers Guild don't know that's there, but also it's pretty bad that the red flag would put a device in like that, considering they just signed the peace treaty. But yeah. Nevertheless, they have it as a backup if things were to ever go bad and war was to break out between the two factions again. I guess they have that. All right, well, without further ado, let's get into the lore that I've been referencing. All right, here we go. So the year 5125 marked a pivotal time for the future of not only Cadwalladerwin, but the world in general. Right in the middle of the farming district, an explosion shot out from the ground late at night. And that's right over there, the farming district. All of the citizens, upon further inspection, it appears another meteor had landed. All of the citizens were horrified at the discovery, considering the last meteor brought the dreaded zombie virus with it. Within mere hours, the Red Flag Research Division already set up a quarantine site to separate the area off from the city in order to study the object. Although the peace treaty between the Red Flag and Slayers Guild was just recently signed, the two sides still managed to somewhat maintain the once contested city borders. Despite the destruction of this meteor caused, the Red Flag considered themselves lucky it landed on their side. Having the opportunity to study the alien material this close to home would surely be pivotal for the future of their scientific endeavors. However, no one would have anticipated just what it was that they would discover. So let's go ahead and walk over there. So finally getting to use the meteor over here. And this is kind of going to play a big part in the world and the lore going from here forward. So this is where that meteor fell, and this is the research kind of outpost, quarantine outpost that they set up to study the meteor that hit down here. And so the next coming episodes will be focusing a lot on what exactly is going on here, and I'm going to be doing some pretty cool builds with it, so I'm very excited. But yeah, if you like this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more and follow along with this story, then make sure you subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.